Hello, I'm Sandra Lee with miracleinspirations.com and the Breathe Life's Inspirations blog. This is the Healthy Actions for Daily Life series. So I just had an experience that completely changed how I looked at things that I was doing. I was too close to what was going on in my head and not able to see it objectively from someone else's perspective. And someone who's helping me, her name is Elena, she's helping me do marketing, business, emails, writing, that kind of thing. And she's completely opened my eyes at how what I was doing might be received by people and how I can change it to be able to help people to relate to me better. Took something I've struggled with and whoa, look at this. So today, I want to do a similar sort of questioning for you. Help you look at the things that you are doing day to day, the habits you have, the things that you are doing to help yourself in your life, in your health, relationships, work, business, whatever it is that you have that you are working on. The things that we've been talking about in this series. To look at things from a different perspective. And sometimes this might mean getting another person involved, getting another person's perspective. So for example, when I was working with Elena today, she's outside of my head. Something I commonly talk about when I'm working with people, one-on-one, clients, whatever, is I can see things for them, but they can't see for themselves. I'm too close to my stuff to be able to see it clearly. And so getting another person's questions, another person's perspective helps me, oh my goodness, I did not realize that. So when looking at the things that you are doing, the things that you want to do, and maybe where you get stuck, asking yourself some different questions might help you have that light bulb moment. Oh, this is what I'm doing. How can I shift this so that it works better for me? So let me tell you a little bit of a story about some of the things that I, in my experience, have found where I get stuck, and some questions that I asked myself that had me realize, whoa, I need to change that up. Let's talk about one of the things that I do to help myself stay on track. And this might be something you might consider doing to help yourself stay on track with the actions that you want to take. I have a procedure that I go through in the morning where I set a routine. This is what I'm doing today. These are my appointments. These are the things I want to get done. And on that list are some of my daily or regularly occurring habits that I want to track. I've talked to you about the benefits of tracking these actions on a calendar. Another way that you can support yourself that is similar to tracking but a little bit different is to have this routine that you follow. So I have a program on the computer that has these things, and as I plan my day, I look at, of these things, what is it I need to do today? What do I need to add? How do I need to change it? This supportive structure really helps me stay on track with the things that I need to do and the things that I want to accomplish. So things 3 days a week, I do my exercise and what that looks like, and the pull-ups that I've talked about before. And the, maybe meditation might be on there, or, fixing food, or whatever it is that I want to make sure that I remember to do. And then gives me a place where I can check a box when I've done something. So this structure is really supportive of me. And me getting things done. But I had stopped doing it. And when I looked at why have I stopped engaging this structure that I have already found is very supportive of me? And I realized that there were parts of that structure that made me feel bad, made me feel like I was failing. I wasn't accomplishing what I wanted to do or I said I would do, not meeting the goals that I thought I should be meeting. And so because there were aspects of going through that process that made me feel bad about myself, like I was not accomplishing what I tell myself I want to do, I wasn't doing that at all. Like I completely stopped this morning planning time because elements of it were making me feel badly about myself. So that's an example. Looking at the action step you have chosen to prioritize. If you've watched the past couple of videos, we talked about that. So take the action that you've chosen to prioritize. Now, like we talked about last week, if you've actually done it, you say, I'm going to do this 3 days a week, and you did it 3 days a week, then celebrate. Yay! And just keep it up. But if you did not do it the number of times that you said you wanted to do it, did you do it at all? If you did it at all, again, I encourage you to celebrate what you did accomplish. The number of times that you did do it, and then set an intention to get up to your intended frequency in the future. Do not beat yourself up for not accomplishing it, and celebrate every accomplishment that you have had, like I've encouraged you before. But now, let's take this inquiry a step further. Say I told myself I was going to do this 3 days a week, and I only did it once. What was the conversation in my head the other 2 days? Did I not even think about it? Did I think about it and say, oh, I don't want to do that? Did I think about it and say, oh, I don't like doing that? No. Did I think about it and say, oh, you know what? I shouldn't have said I was going to do that at all. There's a whole range of different conversations you could have with yourself when you think about doing that activity. And the conversation you have with yourself can give you a lot of information. So if I think about doing this, I was like, I just don't feel like it. And then I choose to not think about it anymore. It's like, so what does that mean? What does it mean that I don't want to do this? Does it mean that this is actually harmful as opposed to helpful? Does it mean I don't know why I'm doing this? Does it mean I don't want to do this because someone else is telling me I need to do this? Does it mean, when I do this, I actually hurt myself or I'm sore? So it's like for any kind of physical activity, it could potentially make you feel badly to engage in the activity. Right? So it's like looking at all of the different kinds of head conversations you could be having with yourself that have you not want to do that activity. Now let's look at what happened in your thoughts if you didn't think about it at all. Say I told myself I'm going to go for a walk 3 days a week. And the reality is I didn't go at all. I didn't even think about it. So it's like looking at that. Well, now that I realize I didn't do this, and I said I would, and I didn't even think about it, ask myself, do I actually want to do this? And the same conversations could go through your mind that I just outlined. Okay? But there could be a whole separate thing. Yes, I do really want to do this, but I just didn't remember. I do want to do this. I know this would be good for me. It'd be good for me to go out and walk, but I just don't remember to do it. In that case, that provides an obvious opportunity for a supportive structure to help you. So if you're someone who follows a calendar, put it on the calendar. Say, I want to go for a walk 3 days a week. I could arbitrarily decide I'm just going to put it on the calendar for Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I go for a walk. You could possibly even write down the time so that it's in there like an appointment, kind of. If you look at the calendar, you're much more likely to follow through and actually do it because remember, oh, I said I was going to do this. I haven't done it yet. The time may have passed, but I was like, oh, I still want to do that. Like, I put it down for Monday, and I'm seeing my note on Tuesday. So Monday passed. Rather than feel badly about myself for forgetting again and beating up on myself, possibly, it's like, oh, I wanted to do that, and I didn't do it yesterday, but I'm going to do it today. Because I remember now. So it's like having a visual reminder can be helpful. Another type of visual reminder for things that you're not remembering is to give yourself a sign, a note to pay attention to. A common place that I have found that people put these reminder notes, like a sticky note, okay, is on the bathroom mirror. Because they're in the bathroom looking at the mirror every morning. And it's like, oh, I got to remember to do that. You could possibly post a reminder note on a doorway or on the door. So when you leave your house, you say, oh, I want to remember to do that. You can I've put notes, a sticky note, on the outside of the iPad that I carry around. Or you could put a note on your phone. You could put reminders, alarms. So it's like if you have an automated computer, phone, iPad calendar that can give you alarms, that's a really good way to give yourself a reminder. So, just to look at what is the thought process that's going through your mind associated with the task that you want to engage in. And be consistent so it helps you in your life. Look at the things that you think. Ask yourself some different questions. Listening to this, I am asking you those questions and giving you an opportunity to have awareness about what your thought process is associated with doing or not doing this activity. There you go. I hope this has been useful for you. And you have already gotten the benefit of, if you've read my email and newsletter today, a whole new way of doing this writing thing. That was what I learned about something that has been stopping me. May you have similar sorts of light bulbs and benefits come from watching this video today. I welcome any comments you have to share. And if you want support in being able to take action in your life, make things happen, make changes in health or food or exercise or work or life or career, I have a series, Creating the Future, Biofield Tuning group sessions, that there will be a link to this below the video. So if you want to check out the Biofield Tuning group series I have that supports people in creating the lives they want, you can create the life you want. Breathe. Sandra Lee, with miracleinspirations.com and the Breathe Life's Inspirations blog. Check out Creating the Future, miracleinspirations.com/tuning. Bye. Thanks. Breathe.